everyone, and welcome back to Ventures with Them. So in the previous video, I was talking about some of the 5D diamond wall hangings that we decided to try to get. And we had actually looked at these before in some other stores. They were very large images. They were quite pricey. And I really didn't know how well it was going to work or how easy it would be to do. So I wanted to get one that was smaller, that was a little less pricey, and some that were patterns that I thought we would really enjoy. So we ordered a couple of them off of Amazon. We went with the Harry Potter Hogwarts theme and just kind of ordered some from there. So what these are is, when you look at the image that comes in, it's similar to like a paint by number or a cross stitch, but instead of thread or paint, it's actually stones that you use. And the reason they're called 5D diamond is because they do have a texture to them, because stones are actually on the image, it's covering the image with stones, and they're diamond because they're super shiny. They have got an extreme shine to them. So we ordered in two. This is the way they come in. Like I said, this is one of the smaller ones. This one is actually the Harry Potter Hogwarts Castle. It is the first image, so from like the first movie. And so this is one of them that we have not opened yet, just so that you know the way it comes in. It's just in a little plastic bag, and you unroll it. And it's actually covered in a plastic, kind of like a sheeting. And the actual material is kind of a thick canvas. And it has the stuff on it. And then it has each of the letters or numbers, so you know where to put the stones. And that is actually covered in a sticky adhesive. So you're not adding glue as you put it together, you're simply doing each stone at a time, which I like. I was really a little nervous about putting the glue and stuff on it. I didn't know how well that was going to work, but so far I'm really liking this. So we took several days. We started on Mother's Day putting the puzzle together that I had received, the 1,000-piece puzzle, to actually end up with only 998 pieces. Yes, that was a little aggravating. And yes, it did get returned. But we did order these in before I had finished that, not knowing that that wasn't going to be a disaster. But anyway, so we ordered these in to be our next project before we started putting any more puzzles together. We have almost completed one of these, and so I was going to show you what these look like. So I showed you this package, but if you look at this close, you can see the letters, the numbers, and stuff like that are actually on there. And so each one of these little squares is where a stone goes. And they send you all the stones. This is covered in an adhesive. They send the stone picker and a little thing with it. And I'll show you all that as well. So this is your stone picker. This is what you use to actually pick up each stone with to put it on there. And then this is what you use to pour out your stones in. And this is what holds them. And inside it has some ridges, so it helps to turn those stones over for you to be able to pick them up and put them on there. And then it comes with this, it's supposed to be like a wax to help you actually poke this into it. And you poke it all the way down in it, and it fills this little metal part up with this. It's supposed to be like a wax, but it's really like a gel. And that helps those stones to stick. And as they get to where they won't stick very well, then you just simply push it again and all the way down in there and let it fill up again, and it'll do it again. And then this is what the stones come in, are these little plastic bags. And when you turn them over, you can see they have all these numbers on them. Well, this number right here at the end, this is a 07. It'll actually tell you on the thing what to use. There's like a little guide on here. So you have like numbers 1 through 9 and then A through Z or whatever it is that you need to use. And it tells you on there which number package to get out to use, and it shows you the color. So you can see that's how that operates. And it's pretty easy. So the 17-year-old and I have been doing this one so far, and my husband has actually worked on it a little bit also. Not a lot, but just a little bit. And we really like it. Now, it does take a lot of time. So I come in the afternoons after work, and I'll work on it for a couple hours until everybody else gets here, and then I start cooking. And then usually my daughter will sit down and start working on it like while I'm cooking, and then sometimes I'll sit back down after I cook and work on it a little bit more, or I might work on it a little bit before I go to bed. Now, one thing about this that I have noticed is that, so I started doing puzzles because I wasn't sleeping good at night, and I felt like my mind just would not shut off, and I was having trouble with sleeping, which in turn is, I think, why I'm gaining a lot of weight and things like that, because I'm staying stressed, I'm not sleeping, so I just don't feel like I'm in very good health like I used to be. So I knew I needed to do something different to try to change that. And so I started back doing puzzles, and I noticed that after doing puzzles and sitting there racking my brain so much with these puzzle pieces that it literally seems to just wear my brain out before I go to bed. And I'm not on my phone, I'm not watching the TV and things like that. I don't have those screens. And it does seem like as long as I'm doing a puzzle for an hour or so before I go to bed, that it is helping. I mean, believe me, I've done everything. I've tried melatonin, I've done the teas, I've done, no sugar, I've done just water in the evenings, I've done everything you can think of. And my brain just would not shut down. It wasn't because of too much caffeine, it wasn't because of too much sugar, it wasn't because of anything else. I just couldn't get it to shut down. And this is helping. It's like it's wearing my brain out the last hour before I go to sleep, which is helping me to sleep. I don't know. That may not be what's happening, but for some reason, after years of not sleeping, I'm sleeping better. And I feel better. Maybe it's a mix of that and the inversion table. Not real sure. But anyway. So I wanted to go ahead and show you the one that we've been working on. And we're, let's say about 75% complete. So it's pretty close. So this is the one that we're doing now. And I love this one. This is the one that I picked out that I really, really wanted. So this is it. You can see it's got his glasses. It's got the little magic book on there. It's got a wand. It's got a candle. It's got Hedwig. It's got, or a snow cloud. Or not snow cloud, but a owl, snowy owl. Get it here in a minute. The castle in the back, it's got, the moon, and then it's just got some random darkness of color in there, but it's really very pretty. I love this. So we've not finished Hedwig. This will be these white tones right there, as well as this. And then around this candle, we have not finished the flame. And that is really about it. We just have this area right here to finish, and it'll be complete. So there you go. So I'd say it's about 75% complete, because it may not look like a lot, but that's a lot of little bitty squares in there that have not been filled in yet. So you can just see the letters and the numbers that aren't finished. So it'll take a while. Hopefully this evening though we'll get it done, and then tomorrow I'll show you the actual finished product of it. And then once we complete this one, we'll start the next one probably one day this weekend. So it is later in the week right now, so maybe one day this weekend or on Monday we'll start on the next one. And then the next thing is to find frames for these. Now, I've been debating on whether or not I actually wanted a frame with glass, because I really want that to shine and not have like a really bad glare on it or anything. I want it to be shiny. So here's where I am. if I put glass over it, is it going to show the full effect? But if I don't put glass on it, is it going to end up with dust on it and getting in between these little bitty stones where that sticky stuff still is, and making it to where it's not as shiny and pretty, because I don't know how you'd ever get that out of there. So it's not a lot of sticky in there. It's mainly just around the edges here. But I'm going to say, you know, if it was a dust particle, it probably could get in there. And I'm thinking that would make it less shiny. So I probably will have to get a frame with glass on it. But look how pretty that is. Look how shiny. So anyway, and then from a distance, this is what it looks like, which I really like also. So we'll see. You know, it might be really nice to put like underneath these, but I don't know. We'll see. Or maybe just, you know, up on a wall, something like that. I'm not sure. We'll see after we get them done. But anyway, this is just 2 of them, and they have all kinds of themes for these. They have Disney themes, and they have beautiful flowers and butterflies, and I mean, they just had all different kind that you could choose from. And so they had a lot. This size, it was running, I think, around $10 a piece for these. But we actually found these in a 2-pack. And so we got 2 of these for, I'm going to say it was under $15. I'm not really positive on the price, but they're definitely on Amazon. And I did the 5D Diamond 2-pack. And these are the ones that came up. And I think that there were also some 4-packs, I think. Not positive. I'd have to go back and look. But yeah, so that's what those are. And so if you're wondering about these, I really do like them. Now, I cannot say how well the stones are going to stay on these or over time if it will come off. But so as we've been doing these, it does come with a piece of plastic, clear plastic that goes over it to start with. So as we put these on here, we actually take that plastic and we push super hard after we get through to make sure that the stones are pushed down really, really well onto that adhesive. And the one thing about it is, if you're not going to do line by line and you're going to try to do it by color, you have to be very careful not to touch these parts with your hand or anything else. You can't let your sleeve lay on it or anything like that, because if it does, it's going to take that adhesive off and those stones are not going to stick. So you can't do it that way. And so we just kind of lifted the plastic and just kind of rolled it up as we went. And we just kind of like, I started at the top of it and my daughter started down here at the bottom. And she just kind of worked her way up. And so as you lay the plastic back down, it won't really stick down here. But it will kind of stick on these parts still, because the outer edges are still kind of sticky. So you can kind of get it to still stick on these parts. But every night we make sure that that plastic has been on it so far. And then as soon as I get through videoing this, I'm going to go lay it back on top of it until I get this part finished, because I don't want to mess that up. So anyway. But yeah, so these are the 5D diamonds. And these packets, literally, like this one doesn't seem to have as many colors as some of them. But that right there shows you got at least this many packets of stones. And some of them are actually like the black, because there's so much black on this one. We actually received 2 packages of the black stone. And so, you know, we didn't use all of them. So we'll be able to take these, and I'm just going to fold this bag in half and tape it to where we've got these, so that if we get ready to do some of the other ones and we're short any, we'll actually have extra stones still to be able to do that. And I don't know why you couldn't just come up with your own creation if you wanted to. If you were that good and that talented with art, you could come up with your own and maybe have like, or do like a coloring page or, you know, something like that, and use stones instead of art or instead of colors or something if you wanted to hang that up. So, you know, just a little thought. So anyway, but yeah, so that is the 5D diamond. If you want to try it out, I suggest it. We've had a lot of fun with it, and like I said, when we get through with it, we will show you the end result, and then once I get it framed, we'll show you that result also. So with that being said, you have a wonderful day.